pulley, which is the last part of simple machines. So students, all of you may have once in your life at least seen a pulley. Usually when you go to your native place, there would be wells from where they draw water. So there they generally use pulley, of course. Nowadays everything is getting automated. So even in the villages there are motor pumps which pump the water up. So now a pulley is a simple machine. A pulley has a metallic wooden disc. So this entire thing, this round thing, this is the disc with a grooved rim. So this rim is grooved, means it is cut so that a rope can fix on it easily and the rope will not slip and fall down. So that is why the disc has a groove and a rope is passed around the groove. So the rope is there passed around the groove. The disc rotates about an axis. This is the axle, that is a pin through which the disc keeps rotating, passing through its center. So here we have drawn the diagram of a simple single fixed pulley. In a single fixed pulley, what you have to draw, if the diagram is asked, it has been asked. Diagrams are very important. In physics paper also 2-3 diagrams could be asked. Ray diagrams of light will be there. There could be some simple machines diagrams asked. Pulley has been repeatedly asked in many papers. Either single fixed pulley or movable pulley or block and tackle, all that is important. So here, this load has to be shown. It could be a bucket, it could be a block, it could be anything. Pulleys are also used in furnaces to lift heavy loads. So it could be any load which is shown here. This is the rope. The tension always acts in the upward direction towards the supporter. Many of you draw tension like you want. Here you will draw down, there you will draw up. Tension has to be always in the upward direction in pulley chapter. If you show tension down, you will lose marks for your diagram. Please listen to that carefully. The load is down, tension is supporting the load. It is as good as, let's say you have a 10 kg bucket in your hand. So the bucket's weight is acting down. So the tension in your hand is acting up to support that load. So that tension is 10 kgf. If 10 kg is acting down, then the tension in your hand is a force opposing that load which is keeping your hand in equilibrium. That tension is 10 kgf. So tension is upward. It's the same rope. So the same tension and the other side someone is pulling the rope. So when he is pulling the rope, the effort is E. Effort, load, tension in both the ropes should be shown. And it is very simple here, effort is equal to tension. And that is also equal to load. So if you want to lift a 10 kg bucket, if the mass is 10 kg, you will say weight is 10 kgf. So if the weight is 10 kgf, that means load is 10 kgf. So effort applied also has to be 10 kgf. So load and effort both will be 10 kgf. So load is equal to tension, effort is equal to tension, and load and effort are both equal to tension. So now you are seeing one thing written here, IMA. IMA stands for ideal mechanical advantage. IMA is load upon effort. Since load and effort is both same, it is 1. So many times you would be asked what is the ideal mechanical advantage of a single fixed pulley. It is 1. So now let's assume this person has pulled the rope down by 5 meters. The rope has gone down by 5 meters. That means displacement of effort is 5 meters. So how much will the load come up by? Load will also come up by 5 meters. So dE and dL will be same. Displacement of effort and displacement of load will be exactly the same. So velocity ratio dE by dL will also be 1. Now why did I write the word I? Usually you write only MA. Generally when you say MA, it means IMA. It means ideal MA. Or why is it so? We are assuming there is no friction. This load, that means the bucket alone is having no weight, which is not going to be the case. So always remember The actual mechanical advantage or just MA will be always less than the ideal MA. You had seen in the start of the chapter distinction between ideal machine and actual machine or practical machine. Ideal machine we consider efficiency is 1 or 100%. And one of the formula for ideal MA or efficiency formula was MA upon VR. So if MA and VR are equal, then efficiency is 1. VR of a machine will never change. I have told you if the friction is more, if the disc has got rusted, MA will decrease. The ideal MA will not, the actual MA will never be 1. It will always be less than 1. Only the ideal case, the MA and VR are same. Practically, an actual MA will always be less than 1. VR will always remain constant. The VR of a machine does not depend on the value of friction or weight of load, etc. VR depends only on the shape, size and design of the machine, on the shape and design of the machine. So whether it's a big simple pulley, single fixed pulley, a small single fixed pulley, a thick single fixed pulley, a thin single fixed pulley, whatever it may be, it depends only on the shape, on the design. So it will remain 1. For a single fixed pulley, VR is always 1. Ideal MA is 1. So then what is the use? It is neither a force multiplier nor is it a speed multiplier. It is only used to apply the effort in a convenient downward direction along with the force of gravity. Now even if you consider this single fixed pulley as a lever, then this is the fulcrum. This distance is the load arm from the rope here to the fulcrum. Load arm. From this point where the rope is here to the fulcrum, that is the effort arm. Load arm and effort arm is same. So MA for lever is effort arm upon load arm, that is 1. That is in ideal case MA is equal to 1. In practical case MA will never be 1, it will be less than 1, it may be 0.9, 0.8. What do you mean by MA is 0.8? In a single fixed pulley it would mean that the efficiency is 0.8 or 80%. Why? VR is going to be 1. So VR never changes. Only MA changes. Ideal case MA is 1. Now when you say ideal case, you mean there is no friction, no weight of the pulley, no weight of the rope which has to be lifted along with the actual weight, that is the water. So copy this. The diagram is very important. Tensions have to be marked upward. Rod has to be shown for fixed rigid support. Axle has to be clearly shown. The load is acting down. Don't think the load is going up, so the load ka weight is acting up. No, the load is acting down. It may be going up because someone is pulling it from there. Effort is acting down. Load is acting down. Tensions, both the strings acting up. Directions, arrows has to be there. You have to write effort is equal to tension is equal to load. This entire thing has to be drawn. It comes. It has been asked in many papers. Almost every paper has a diagram of a pulley. Need not be a single fixed pulley. Could be any pulley system which we are learning today. Copy it. We continue to see and write the points why MA will be less than 1. So now in a single fixed pulley, ideal mechanical advantage is 1. Ideal mechanical advantage or mechanical advantage is load upon effort, that is 1. So that means load and effort is equal, which we saw. I told you if you want to lift 10 kgf, you have to apply a force of 10 kgf. Your tension in your hand will be 10 kgf. So hence, this MA equal to 1 or IMA equal to 1 means it is neither a speed multiplier nor a force multiplier. So then what is it? It is just used to apply the effort in a convenient downward direction along with the force of gravity. When this question has been asked 2 or 3 times in the boards, what is the use of a single fixed pulley when it is neither a force multiplier nor a speed multiplier? So it is used to apply the effort in a convenient downward direction along with the force of gravity. Now, actual MA is less than 1. What is the reason that actual MA is not equal to ideal MA? Actual MA is less than 1. Number one reason is friction between the moving parts of the machine. So there will be friction between the moving parts of the machine when the ropes is moving. In any of the pulley, the same reason. It need not be only for single fixed pulley, it can be for any pulley system. There would be friction between the rope and the pulley. The second is, you will see that that rope is not used lifelong. It has to be replaced from time to time. If it was perfectly elastic, there would have been no stretching of the rope at all and the rope would never break. But that's not the case. The rope is not perfectly elastic. So that is why there will be some stretching and finally a part of the rope will break or give way. So that is why whether it is the rope of a pulley or in your lift which is used in your buildings, there are ropes, not one, there are multiple ropes, there are around 4 ropes which are supporting the lift. Those ropes have to be changed over a period of time. They have to be maintained and they have to be changed. So the ropes are not perfectly elastic. Of course, the lift is not a simple machine. We are talking about pulley, which is a simple machine. Lift is a machine. The different parts are not perfectly rigid. That means over a period of time, even the disc, its shape slightly changes. It doesn't look exactly like it would have been when it was brought new. So that is why the disc also is not perfectly rigid. What's a rigid body? There should be no intermolecular spaces of separation that should remain fixed. That means the shape and size should not change. So these are 3 reasons why the MA is always less than the VR or MA is less than 1 for any pulley system, whether they ask you single fixed pulley, single movable pulley, anything. These are the 3 reasons: friction, the rope is not perfectly elastic, and the different parts of the machine are not perfectly rigid. So this is also an important answer, you have to learn this. Now, once we've seen the single fixed pulley, that is the simplest thing. It was just used to apply the effort in a convenient downward direction. Now we will see another system of pulley, which is a single movable pulley. In this single movable pulley, now this is not used in any well. See, besides the well, there are other uses of pulley. Since you might have seen the pulley being used in the well, that is not the only use. There are other system of pulleys. There are 1000 kg loads which has to be lifted in furnaces. So those also need to be lifted using a system of pulley. So those pulley systems is a combination of movable and fixed pulley system. So this is a movable pulley system. One end of the rope is fixed to a rigid support. This is the pulley and this is the rope on which the effort is applied. It is actually one single rope. So someone is pulling up from there. When someone pulls up from there, it's not the load alone that moves up, but along with the load, even the pulley comes up. So that is why the load and pulley are both free to move. So it is called a movable pulley. One end is fixed to a rope, so this rope acts as a support, and this rope, the other person who is pulling it up. So the pulley slides up between the 2 ropes along with the load. So here both the load and the pulley are moving up together. A pulley whose axis of rotation is movable. The pulley whose axis of rotation is movable, that is not fixed in position, is called a movable pulley. In this case, it is as good as holding a bucket of water and standing like this with both the hands. That 10 kg water, the mass of that bucket of water, if it is 10 kg, now 5 kg will be acting on this hand and 5 kg will be acting on this hand. So the effort applied by this hand will be 5 kgf. and the effort applied by this hand will be 5 kgf. So that load gets divided into the two ropes, this fixed rope and this rope on which the effort is being applied. So because of this, the load being distributed equally on both the ropes, that is why you can say that the tension is half the load. This side you have L by 2, that side you have L by 2. Both the tensions together is equal to the load, or L by 2 is the tension in each of the ropes. Again note, the arrows are in the upward direction. The effort is also upward because you are pulling it up. The tension is also up in both the ropes. The load direction has to be shown in the figure. If this arrow is not there, you will lose half a mark. Load is to be shown, tension both upward direction, effort upward direction. Rigid support axle, this is the single movable pulley system. So in this case, because the effort is equal to tension, that is L by 2, you have ideal mechanical advantage is load upon effort. Your load is 2T and effort is T. So that is why your ideal MA has increased, it has become 2. What does that mean? To lift 10 kg, this is the rope which is supporting 5 kg. How much does this person has to apply? 10 upon 2, only 5 kg. So to lift a bucket of 10 kg, in single fixed pulley you needed 10 kg. In single movable kg you need only 5 kg of effort in ideal case. So it becomes a force multiplier. Force multiplier is what? A comparatively small effort will overcome a much greater load. So this machine is a force multiplier. So with this, you copy this down. We have to see now about the VR, that is velocity ratio of this machine. Now we consider the load moves up by a distance dl. So here we are considering that this load has gone up by a distance dl. This I have made modifications in the previous frame diagram just to explain dl. So if you are asked the diagram of a single movable pulley, draw the one which I had drawn in the previous frame. Don't mark all this. This is only to explain how much dE moves by when the load moves up by dl. So here the distance moved by the load is this much. So here the load is not moving up alone. Along with the load, the pulley is also going up. So if the load has moved up by a distance dl, then the pulley also would have gone up by a similar distance dl. So if this goes up by, let's say, 50 centimeter, then from here to here, this distance also is 50 centimeter. So then what happens? Just imagine that you are taking here this pulley and keeping it here at this position. I will just show that with another color. So let's imagine the pulley has come from this point A and is now at this position, that is point B. So when it has come up by that much, if you literally lift and keep it here, then this side of the rope is slack. Slack means loose by that same distance dl, and that side of the rope is also slack by the same distance dl. Which means now if the rope has to go along the groove, then this rope has to be pulled up by this dl and this dl, that is 2 times dl. Of course, you are not asked explanations on this. I am only explaining it so that you know what you are writing. Most people will just mug up that if the distance moved by load is dl, distance moved by effort, that is this distance by which the effort has been pulled up, that distance is 2 dl. So that most people will just mug it up. I am explaining it. Imagine this circular disc has been taken from A and kept at B. Not pulled up, but just taken from A and kept at B. Then this side will get loose by dl, and this side also will get loose by the same dl. So the effort has to be pulled twice the distance. So 2 times the distance, the effort has to be pulled up so that the rope will remain like this firm along the pulley. So if the distance moved by the load is dl, then distance moved by the effort in a single movable pulley will be 2 times dl. That has got a lot of significance because your velocity ratio formula is dE by dl. Your dE is 2 times dl, which you have just written there. dE is 2 times dl, and dl, that is the distance moved by the load. So dl will get cut. So velocity ratio of a single movable pulley system is always 2. Velocity ratio of a machine doesn't change. For a single fixed pulley, velocity ratio was 1. For a single movable pulley, velocity ratio is 2. The velocity ratio doesn't change. What changes with loss of due to friction and rigidity of the machine, etc., is the mechanical advantage. Ideal case, mechanical advantage, we had already written in the last frame that ideal case mechanical advantage of single movable pulley is 2. But practically, the mechanical advantage will be less than 2 because of friction and rope not being perfectly elastic, those 3 points which I had given you. So in this case, this is what I have explained, I have written here. Consider that the load moves up by a distance dl. Then the rope on either side of the pulley gets slackened or loosened by dl each, because it is not just the load moving up, it is the pulley also going up by the same distance dl. So this side rope and that side rope is both loosened by dl, and to overcome this loosening of the rope, the effort has to move up by dl plus dl. This dl and this dl both it has to be pulled up by, so that the rope is not loose or slack. So distance moved by effort is 2 times dl. So velocity ratio is 2. So velocity ratio in IMA, I stands for ideal mechanical advantage of a single movable pulley system is 2. So what is a single movable pulley system? Mechanical advantage greater than 1. So it is a force multiplier. Single movable pulley system is a force multiplier. Single fixed pulley system was not a force multiplier, not speed multiplier. It was only used to apply effort in convenient downward direction. So just tell me, if the rope moves up by 5 meters, how much has the effort to be pulled down by? 2 times 5 meters. So you will have to pull the rope more. In movable pulley system, the distance moved by load, if it is 5 meter, then you have to pull the rope by 10 meter. That will never change, whether it is lot of friction and whatever. Maybe you have to apply more effort if the pulley is become old and worn out and the rope is also bad and lot of friction is there. Effort applied may be more, but the displacement of the effort will always remain double the displacement of the load. So if this goes up by 5 meters, you have to pull it by 10 meters. So that doesn't change. That is why we wrote VR will never change. MA will be more. It will vary. MA will be less than 2 because of friction, etc. Now what is the disadvantage here? This has a disadvantage that you have to pull the effort up against the force of gravity. So to overcome that disadvantage, we use a combination, that is, we will use a single fixed pulley and a movable pulley in combination. Everything in that remains the same. IMA VR will remain the same, no difference. Only effect will be when you add a single fixed pulley here, and the effort can be applied in the convenient downward direction. So it is as good as this. Here you have kept a pulley, the rope passes through that, and then you are applying the effort downward. This pulley also is attached to the fixed support here. So I will draw the diagram neatly in the next frame. So the diagram is important, this value is important, and what is VR? It is dE by dl. So you should know that dE by dl is 2 and load upon effort in ideal case is 2. So that is what is important. Will all the derivation or anything be asked? All this no one will ask. Yes, disadvantage important. This 3 points you wrote in note, that is important. Diagram with the ropes that the previous frame what you drew, that is important. This diagram won't be asked. This was just to explain you how much dE moves by if the load moves by dl. So here a diagram is shown of a single movable with a fixed pulley. So movable pulley system exactly like it was drawn before, and another fixed pulley. This fixed pulley is helping us apply the effort in downward direction. Again, the load direction has to be shown. This is the single movable pulley. This has to be labeled. The tension in both the ropes on either side of the single movable pulley will be upward. So you will show tension is L by 2 in both the ropes. Now this rope is going on the other side. It is the same one single rope. So the tension in all the ropes will be same because it is one single rope which is going along the entire two pulleys. So effort and tension is same. It is equal to L by 2. So the tensions are all marked up. Here the effort is down. That is the use of the single movable pulley. Effort will be L by 2. So nothing changes except the direction in which the effort is applied. IMA is equal to VR is 2. So load upon effort. IMA is load upon effort. That is 2. VR is dE by dl. That is 2. Or dE is 2 times dl. So if the rope moves up by 5 meter, the effort has to be pulled down by 10 meter. So the movable pulley makes it a force multiplier. So this is making it a force multiplier. Less effort is pulling up a bigger load. Whereas the fixed pulley helps to apply the effort in a convenient downward direction along with the force of gravity. These diagrams are very important. Labeling it with the correct direction of tension, load, effort, labeling single fixed pulley, rigid support, single movable pulley, all that is very important. You have to draw and practice it. So in the next video, we will see about the rest of the pulley systems, that is combination of pulleys and block and tackle system of pulleys.